Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to our first August episode of BiblioTech on Air. I'm Rosanna.
I'm Ruby.
I'm Israel.
And today we have a regular episode for you. We have a few topics that we're going to talk about throughout this episode, starting with some book talk updates for y'all.
Yeah. So how many have we done?
We've done three so far.
Right? Yeah. So they've been going pretty good.
Really
so
good.
now we're wanting to collab with Libros and Libations. For those of you who don't know, Libros and Libations is our official BiblioTech book club. So that one, they have their own pick that they do every month as well, just the same as us. And then they meet up at a location of Burleson at 430 Austin Street. And then they just discuss the book. So it's pretty cool if you haven't checked it out. So we are teaming up with them, and we are going to piggyback off of the book that they are going to be talking about in person. So that way there's going to be an in-person chance to talk about the book. And if you miss it, then we're going to go ahead and record it, discussing it, publish that out pretty soon after the physical meetup, so then you can catch it on the air. I'm excited. They've been having some pretty good book selections, and I like hearing everybody else. Like, of course, hearing more people's opinions is so much more interesting to see the takes that everybody else get. So I'm excited for that.
I believe this was their third meetup as well.
Oh yeah.
So when they started, we started our book talks here for the podcast as well. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad that we're able to collaborate with everyone there. Hopefully some of the readers can join us on the podcast maybe.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. I think it's going to go really well. But yeah, that's a little update for y'all.
And of course, if y'all want to keep up with that, make sure you follow our Instagram. We definitely post a lot about upcoming book talks and
the date that we're going to meet at the location. Usually it's on Mondays at 6:30.
Yeah.
But the day of the Mondays always change. So follow our Instagram and stay tuned for when the next meetup is going to be.
So on the subject of book talks, let's talk about some underwhelming or surprising books that we've read. Obviously, we're a library. We do a lot of reading. Maybe there's some books that were overhyped, and when you read it, you were just disappointed. Like, oh, this is not what I expected. Or maybe there was a book that you just randomly grabbed, and you're like, my God, this is like the best thing I've ever read, and I just decided to pick it.
Yeah. Before that, I think we should talk about the cultural phenomenon that's going on right now.
Oh, okay.
Copyright.
Barbierheimer.
Yeah.
That was a fun weekend.
Let's start off with something really fun.
That was a fun build-up. That was
a fun build-up.
It's been building up like for a year.
It has. Like their marketing team, Jesus.
Yes.
Like really.
Geniuses. Did you see that they had a giant Barbie doll in some country?
Oh, no way.
Was it like a classic Barbie?
It was like a hologram, I think. All the theaters are up and running, and they had like displays.
It's so refreshing to see, because I feel like for a while there we were really going through that lull. Like after the pandemic, a lot of people weren't going back to the theaters, and then everyone was releasing all their movies online. So like this movie really made going to the movies fun again, I feel. Like, where adults were dressing up to go to the movies. You know, I haven't seen that in a really long time. You know, adults have been dressing up to go see Oppenheimer, too. In their 1940s best.
Y'all both saw Barbie, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How did y'all like it?
Loved it.
Loved it.
Loved it so much.
I know, I loved it very much. It was a event. Like, I dressed up for it, and I had a pina colada while watching it, and I had the time of my life. It was very fun.
That's good. I saw Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Oh.
Not back to back.
Not the double feature?
I did not do the double feature. Oppenheimer was really good. I feel like the pacing, the writing, the acting was really well. Christopher Nolan, I mean, he did the Dark Knight series.
He serves.
Yeah, he did Inception. And it was really good. It was a bit too long, in my opinion.
Oh, it was like 3 hours,
yeah,
right?
It was 3 hours. And I, maybe TMI, but I went restroom like maybe 3 times, because I was like, whatever.
Once per hour.
I was like, oh yeah, that is once per hour. Hey, nice, good catch.
Nice.
But no, I went into that movie like not really expecting much. I was like, I know it's gonna be good. I've heard it's good. I'm gonna enjoy myself. I'm gonna drink as much soda as I want. I got nachos, you know, and I tore those nachos up. They were really good. And so I guess that's why I was more like okay with going to the restroom. Usually I'm not. Like if I go see a Marvel movie, I'm like, oh, I don't want to miss anything. But yeah, Barbie was really good. I liked it. Well, I love Greta Gerwig.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all seen any of her other films.
Like Lady Bird, Little
Mm-hmm.
Women.
She was in Frances Ha. She didn't direct it, but she was she was the main character in Frances Ha. That was how I first learned about Greta Gerwig.
What do you think?
About
Barbie?
Barbie?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I liked it. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a little bit corny with line delivery, but they're Barbies, so I mean, they're not real.
They're not real.
I was waiting for Oppenheimer to go like it's Oppen time, you know?
You would like say the line.
Like you know, like in Morbius where it's like it's morbid
Morbid
time.
time. It's
It's like it's Oppen time.
I have been liking all the TikToks of the people watching Oppenheimer, and something ridiculous happens when the explosion happens.
Yeah.
Like
Really,
someone
really.
farts in the audience or something.
Oh my god.
Do y'all have a favorite part from Barbie?
The dance scene.
Oh my god.
I love like it's been all over my TikTok of
Which
people.
dancing?
The big dance
The
scene
big
they had in
dance
Barbie
number they
Land with the
had.
Dua Lipa song.
Ah, okay. Because I was thinking of the Ken one,
Oh no.
Oh, that one.
Kenergy.
That one was a good one
Energy.
too. Gave me Grease vibes.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
no, that big dance scene. It was just like it was a party, and it felt like you were there. Just how vibrant it was on the screen, how happy everyone was.
Mhm.
That was a fun time.
See, like I know I sound like a broken record. I don't care about seeing Oppenheimer because I know how that ends, and I'm just like,
I know.
give me a different kind of existential dread with Barbie.
I love that.
but with that-
actually true.
I really like the bus scene. Like it's something so small, but it was so sweet because she's talking to this old lady, Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
Spoilers, nothing major, but she's like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful," and the lady's like, "I know."
Oh, that
and
one.
then they just kind of bond, and I just thought it was really sweet.
That was
like,
cute.
And also, just shout out to America Ferrera. My
I know.
God,
She really popped off in the movie.
she was a mom making a difference.
It made me want to watch because I never saw Ugly Betty,
Mhm.
but I thought she did so amazing in Barbie. I was like, you know what, I want to check out Ugly Betty.
Did you ever see her OG Disney Channel movie? Gotta Kick It Up.
Oh yeah, the soccer one.
Classic. No, cheerleaders.
Oh,
Ew.
awkward.
You're thinking of maybe Shaolin Soccer?
Or probably thinking of Bend It Like Beckham.
Wendy Wu.
Wendy
the one
Wu,
with
Homecoming
Brenda
Warrior.
Song. Yeah,
Wendy Wu.
Homecoming Warrior.
Classic.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of all the Disney movies.
Yeah. all the
Disney Channel
movies.
fashion. That's a whole nother thing.
But I loved Ryan Gosling too. It made me want to go watch all his movies too. I thought he did so good in Barbie.
Honestly, like the cast, I was just like, it was a stunning cast. Like
It really
everyone was
was.
just, they were gorgeous. The acting was great. Like,
Michael
it was
Cera. You don't like Michael
I don't
Cera
like Michael
either.
Cera, but Alan killed it.
He
Alan
did.
killed it. He did such
He
a
did
good
so
job.
good.
It was so good. And then Issa Rae, like
Oh, I-
loved her in it.
Man, she was glowing in the movie.
She was just
like
spectacular.
Yeah. You know, actually, I think I have my Alexa as her voice. I think that was like a feature that
That's
you can
funny.
Are you
do.
serious?
Yeah, thinking of it now, I think I remember changing that setting to her voice, Issa Rae's voice.
That's so cool.
But Rosanna, you had mentioned that you couldn't see anyone else playing Ken. Do you still feel that way?
Did I say that?
Did I say that?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess he's pretty Ken at this point, Ryan Gosling. Like,
He is Ken enough.
he's
is
Ken
Ken
enough.
enough.
He's Ken enough. Yeah, I think so. I mean, he played like stereotypical Ken though. Like,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
had
yeah.
a ton of Kens in the movie, so each Ken had their own thing going on. And for the Ken that he was playing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like how they at one point in the movie when like Margot Robbie was like having a breakdown and then Helen Mirren,
that
the
was
narrator,
amazing.
She was like, "Don't cast Margot Robbie."
When you want someone to talk about how ugly and terrible they're feeling right now.
But actually, yeah. I mean, she's like beautiful and stuff.
It's so funny because that was my thought when she was like, I feel so ugly and whatever. And then I was like, they have Margot Robbie saying this. And then literally 2 seconds later, note to the directors, please do not cast Margot Robbie if you want to convey these kinds of feelings.
Overall, I really liked the movie. I loved all the music.
I know, the
really
soundtrack-
liked
The
that.
The soundtrack was
popping.
popping.
Which we have on Hoopla,
Yeah,
by
we've
the
been
way.
promoting
So
that. I love how all our branches have been using the Barbie memes to
It's an
promote
event.
all our Barbie content.
it's a cultural event.
Oh, did you? And then I've been seeing a lot of because they paid homage to Bratz too in the Barbie movie.
I saw
The
something about that
teenagers
at the
at
table,
the high
right?
school, yeah. And then Sasha was the name. So that was cute.
There's gonna be a. I heard that there was gonna be a Barbie extended universe.
I love that.
They were gonna do Bratz and an Uno movie.
Barbie 2, Malibu Barbie. It's Malibu time.
But speaking of like content that we have in relation to Barbie, also Oppenheimer, we have a bunch of the soundtracks from like all of the movies, the Barbie movies that are available. But one of them, I don't know if y'all ever watched Barbie Princess and the Pauper.
Yes.
Oh my god. That is my movie, man.
Really?
I
You
freaking
saw it?
love that movie. I love the music. You're just like me.
Yeah, I'm just like you.
Dude, it goes so hard. Kim is my wife for the listeners. She has a video of me like doing karaoke to one of the
really?
songs
That's
from that.
amazing.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And I'm not ashamed to say it because I love that movie. That movie was
Dude,
so well
all
done.
the Barbie movies like were so good. That one, Barbie of Swan Lake,
Just Princess and the Pauper.
Rapunzel, they were all my childhood.
Yeah, and then in relation to Oppenheimer, we do have a couple of books, and there's actually a movie on Hoopla called Oppenheimer: The Real Story. We have The General and the Genius on Cloud Library as well, and then another American Prometheus. We have an ebook and audiobook, which is really cool. I'm seeing here that the duration for American Prometheus is only 2.5 hours. So compared to some of the books that we've listened to for our book talk,
That's very short.
it's very short.
That's very
so
short.
I might give that a listen.
I like riding that high after going to the movie theaters and being so consumed into the movie. And then so when I leave, I'm like, I want to read everything and watch everything that had to
Yeah,
do with
yeah.
this.
Honestly.
with this subject.
Honestly.
So that's a good way to keep riding that high.
Do you plan well, Israel saw both, but do you plan on seeing Oppenheimer?
Not in the movie theaters, probably. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. But I do plan on seeing it.
At some point?
I see that Josh Peck from Drake and Josh makes a cameo.
Drake
Yeah.
Campana.
There is a bunch of like it's like an all-star cast in Oppenheimer.
Another stunning cast,
Yeah.
honestly. You got Florence,
Yeah, Florence Pugh, amazing.
Emily
and
Blunt,
Emily Blunt as well. And then you had Josh Peck. You had
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. He did really well, you know. Also, I saw a TikTok video that was comparing the relationship of Oppenheimer and Robert Downey Jr.'s character, Alexander Hamilton, and Aaron Burr.
Oh,
And
Oh,
then
that's cool.
And then I later
Interesting.
saw an interview that they were interviewing Christopher Nolan, and he was saying, yes. So I wanted to give the opportunity to explore a story that not many individuals know about on how Robert Downey Jr.'s character, spoiler, was trying to tarnish Oppenheimer's reputation and things like that, and almost successfully got away with it. Whereas we see in Hamilton and Aaron Burr was extremely jealous, right? Robert Downey Jr.'s character was extremely jealous of Oppenheimer. And so it was confirmed by the director himself. So that's pretty cool.
That's
I
very
like
cool.
that,
That's
you know, that
neat.
he's thinking of like that kind of like almost 3D chess, you know, when making a movie like that. But yeah, overall, I liked it. You're not missing out if you don't see it in the movies, in my opinion.
I don't know, but I do, because of course you can't compare the graphics and like
Yeah.
over 4K, you
Right.
know,
Wait,
to
you
my
mean-
lame little TV at home.
You mean you don't have a IMAX screen at
Oh,
your house?
unfortunately, no. I have a $100 not smart TV.
next paycheck.
I know. And we will be back after these messages.
Hello, wonderful listeners. Ever wished you could cook like Gordon Ramsay? Or write with the poetic power of Margaret Atwood? Well, check out Masterclass. Masterclass offers hundreds of classes across a wide range of topics taught by the world's best. This includes courses on cooking, photography, writing, filmmaking, business leadership, and so much more. Each class is divided into easy-to-digest lessons that you can take at your own pace. They're filled with exclusive content that you won't find anywhere else. So why wait? All you need is your BiblioTech library card to unlock a universe of knowledge and inspiration. Your journey to mastery starts today. Visit bearbibliotech.org/masterclass to register for Masterclass.
And now we're back.
With that, let's jump into
Underwhelming and surprising.
underwhelming and surprising books that either just completely did not deserve the hype, maybe, or that absolutely just became one of your favorite books.
I wanted to hear you were talking about Spider-Punk, and that
Yeah.
one shocked me the most because that was my favorite character. So that sucks.
Across the Spider-Verse,
Yes.
right? So I still have not seen Across the Spider-Verse. I've seen scenes, but I saw that one of the characters that came out, as Ruby was saying, was Spider-Punk. And so I went on Hoopla to see if we had anything available. And sure enough, we did. Spider-Punk Battle of the Bands. It could be that I'm currently reading other things, watching other things, listening to other things. So maybe I'm just overstimulated. But it was okay. It was okay. I feel like maybe there was prior comic series that came out that give more oomph, that give more background to the character. It's just been okay. What is cool is that all the characters are also kind of like anarchist,
Nice.
right? The theme. So like Captain America is Captain Anarchist, and then Kraven the Hunter.
Craven the Anarchist?
It's something like it, no, not Kraven the Anarchist, but he's like this. He's trying to steal like petroleum or some type of radiation thing, and there's also like a Hulk character, and so in this universe, right? All those I guess the characters center around that type of theme of like punk and but it's been a little underwhelming. I think that's the good word for it. Is there anything that's been underwhelming for y'all?
Yeah. So there was this book. It came out probably like a year ago. It was called Yerba Buena by Nina LaCour, and she's pretty she's already had past books. I had read one of her books previously, and I was like, okay, I liked the book. Like, it wasn't anything crazy. So this one was getting hyped up quite a bit, and I was like, okay, I want to read it. Like, people are just hyping the heck out of it. Read it, and I was like, not as good as it could be. Like, it wasn't bad. It just, it did not. Yeah. So.
Were you able to finish it?
I finished it. I'll be honest though. Like, I probably got through like half of it. Stopped, and then I was like, okay, no, let me finish it so I can give full thoughts. So
I can give full thoughts.
Yeah, and then there's another one, which this one's probably a bit more popular, might be a hot take because a lot of people really like this book, and there's a Netflix like movie I think coming out about it soon called Red, White, and Royal Blue.
Oh yes.
I could not finish that book.
Yeah,
it was not like,
I felt like all the TikTok, I was gonna get into that, but all the TikTok books,
everyone just loved that book, and I was like, okay, so disclaimer: 95% of the things are LGBTQ related. So let me put that out there. So this is a hyped up LGBTQ book between two male protagonists, and it just seemed like, oh, okay, everyone likes it. The premise seems cute. Okay, just still to this day have not finished it, and I don't think I will, which is a shame because Uma Thurman's playing one of the characters in the upcoming movie, and I'm
no
like,
way.
Is this going to be my reason to finish the book finally? It's been years, by the way, so yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
What about you, Ruby?
No, so like bouncing off of Rosanna, I just felt like all the TikTok books have been too overhyped. Like Colleen Hoover, don't trash me. I know everyone's on the Colleen Hoover.
Apparently she's got some
like It Ends With Us, I
going
thought
on,
was underwhelming, and then everyone being mad because of the movie that's supposed to be coming out with some of the actors that were chosen. They're just like, how? I'm like, I don't know. I just thought it was very underwhelming. We'll see how the movie goes, but I felt like all her books were overhyped.
On the topic of TikTok books though, what book that was a TikTok book was really good? The Seven Husbands.
Oh yeah, that one was overhyped. I mean, no, sorry. That one was hyped a lot on TikTok, but it was well deserved because it was really good.
It was good. It was very good.
I loved the storyline. It shocked me.
Shooketh.
So one that was a little surprising for me, as you listeners y'all know, our last book talk was over Mindhunter. And that one was a difficult read. Like in retrospect, it was pretty hard. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that in the book talk. But I was really interested in one of the serial killers, the BTK killer. And so that led me to Inside the Mind of BTK, which is a book by Johnny Douglas and Mark Olshaker. So same authors as Mindhunter. And oh my God, I freaking love that book. It's good. It's really good. Horrible person, obviously.
Of course.
You
You
felt
know.
like it was better than Mindhunter, right?
Yeah, I really liked it. I liked the pacing. I liked the structure of the book. The way it's structured is that the first section is like a history, his killings, and then the capture, and then the interview. Johnny Douglas interviewed the BTK killer. And it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I recommend it. I did recommend it to one of the staff members here in BiblioTech. Hopefully she reads it. I recommend it to y'all. I think y'all would like it. I think it would be really well. Another comic that I like to recommend is Avengers by Jason Aaron, Volume 3, War of the Vampires.
Oh.
It's pretty cool. So
Sounds cool.
It's like a new Avengers team. It's composed of Captain Marvel, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Hulk, and Captain America. That doesn't sound so new. That sounds like the original, minus Black Widow, right? But essentially, what's happening in this volume is there is a character who wants to kill Dracula and become like the ultimate like vampire. Really cool. I really like it. Is there anything that y'all are super into or really enjoying that was surprising?
Definitely been a couple.
Yeah.
So I know I've talked about this book quite a bit, but The Inheritance of La Divina Orquídea, I cannot hype that book up enough. Like it was one of those that the premise just seemed interesting, and this was coming off like the Encanto high around that period. So I tried to be reasonable. I'm like, it sounds amazing, but let me be reasonable and not, but it exceeded all expectations. It was just an amazing book and became one of my favorites. It was just a vibe. That book was so good. Of course, dealing with, Latina family, Latina culture, the supernatural, probably along the vein of like when we were doing, the Family Izquierdo, kind of in that vein, but like maybe released the year before. But it was.
Is that the one you even compared to Encanto?
Yes, yeah. It was so good. That was like my book of the year for 2022, I think. Highly recommend. And then I guess because since Israel mentioned a comic, so for those of you familiar with N.D. Stevenson, they released like She-Ra, Princesses of Power on Netflix. They worked on the Lumberjane series. Well, one of their first major public works was Nimona, and that was recently turned into a Netflix movie as well. And of course, there's that notoriety, the notoriety and the hype, of course, for Nimona. I read this probably around when She-Ra, Princesses of Power was ending, because I was like, I need more content from them. Super good. That novel, I can see why people love it. It was so good. So we have it on our resources as well.
Nice.
But yeah, definitely
Nimona is on,
really
Hoopla.
good.
I've
Yep,
seen it
because
there.
I remember reading the physical one, and then I remember seeing it, and I was like, I'm gonna reread this and get all emotional right now.
Nice.
Ruby, anything?
Oh, any books that surprised me? Not
Or
recently.
Music, shows.
Oh, shows. Let's see. What did I want to start watching? I started watching Pen 15. That one's
Pen 15 is amazing.
Like,
it's available on Hulu.
I heard. So I guess that one did surprise me. I heard a lot of people talking about it. I remember you mentioned it a couple of times too, but I don't know. I saw some TikToks on it, some funny scenes, and I was like, you know what? This is actually pretty funny. I'm gonna give it a shot. And then like with the first episode, it really threw me back to middle school, and I got to relive all those awful memories, but in a good way, because the show's really funny. It really
terrible
surprised
time
me.
in a good way.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Freaks and Geeks. I don't know if you've ever seen
Yes,
Freaks and Geeks.
Oh, yeah.
I
It
literally
had the same vibe.
thought to my head, I was like, as soon as I finish watching this show, I'm gonna rewatch Freaks and Geeks. I feel like I'm gonna go from middle school to high school.
Jason Segel, Linda Cardellini, Seth Rogen, right?
Yeah,
James Franco.
James Franco. But it's a really good show. I recommend it.
Not for kids though.
Yeah,
Definitely not for kids.
No,
Definitely not for kids.
y'all are already living through that. So when you're older and more mature, you gotta go look back on it.
In retrospect, you
Yeah.
know.
Inside the Mind of BTK. Not for kids either.
No, you know,
Nimona.
it's got some like grown up themes,
Yeah?
but it's probably like a good, maybe not young kids, but like teens and up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say they can handle it a bit better.
Nice.
And we will be back after these messages.
Hello, dear listeners. We're taking you around the world today, right from the comfort of your home. Ever dreamed of speaking Italian on a sun-kissed piazza in Rome? Or ordering sushi in fluent Japanese at a bustling Tokyo market? Well, guess what? BiblioTech can help make that dream a reality. Check out Mango Languages, which offers 70 world language courses and over 20 ESL courses. The courses are designed to help you immerse yourself in a new culture, from Spanish to Swahili, Mandarin to French. Mango Languages will help you gain real-world conversational skills through native speaker dialogue. For more information, visit one of BiblioTech locations or visit bearbibliotech.org/active learning.
And now we're back.
So, for our final topic of this episode, we're going to get into our summer programming and upcoming fall programming. As y'all know, we've had our Around the World with BiblioTech going on at the various branches. This week, Bralia, our programming librarian, just had like the wrap-up parties, wrap-up events, even though it's still going on through the end of the month. But this was like the big kind of, shindig celebration. And honestly, I feel like this was a nice way to end it, on a nice high note. Pretty cool. She had she'll of course go to all of our branches, and her setup this time around was a series of activities as well as some candy from 8 different countries, and just everyone got to try it, and it was really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great. Did you try the black licorice, Rosanna?
I hate black licorice.
I know, that's the worst. What country was that representing? America?
No.
No. Well, because it wasn't just black licorice. There was like black licorice,
a
a
medley.
green apple licorice.
Was it
kind of.
Germany?
No, Germany had these little marshmallow dillies,
Oh yeah, you're
and
right.
those
you're
were
right.
good.
Those were good.
Maybe it was Australia.
Was it?
Really?
I don't remember.
Maybe.
I
I'm
apologize.
not sure.
I don't remember all 8 of the countries up there.
But I do want to give a huge shout out to all of BiblioTech staff for their programming. Everyone did an amazing job.
Everyone did so amazing.
Huge shout out to Bralia as well.
This was a massive program.
Yeah,
just
we
across
had
the branches.
the
Aloha
Polynesian
dancers.
dancers. We had the
Once
pets,
in a Wild.
right? Once in a Wild. Those were awesome. I'm glad that we were able to have something very interactive. Not that our programming isn't interactive, because it is, but something a little bit takes it a step further. It gives it that pizzazz, which I love, and I think our patrons love it as well. We are already thinking and planning for next year, for next summer, so that should be good as well.
And of course, we already got our pretty much fall programming lined up at our branches as well.
What are y'all gonna be doing?
Little Hoots. I'm gonna be focusing more on Little Hoots, and I wanted to really do more sensory stuff, have more sensory things to touch and feel.
The bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Bubble wrap sequins. Those sequins that like the Nicolas Cage pillows. That's what I want more of. Not specifically Nicolas Cage,
but it could be.
But that's what I want to focus more on.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
Nice.
Touching things.
What are you going to be doing?
My press to start, I really liked that program when I first started it, and it's fun engaging with people over Twitch, sharing about video games, talking about our resources on Hoopla that tie into the video game. So it's just a nice.
Do you know some games that you're going to be doing?
So one of my requests, we'll see, is a Kirby game, because Kirby this year recently put out their first open world, and Nintendo's been going in a big open world direction as of late. So I think that might be fun to kind of see how Kirby, that cute little pink blob, handled that. I heard the game was really good, so it'll be fun to talk about that, as well as, because Nintendo's done really, really good this year.
Oh yeah, so all the games that they're releasing out right now
The
that we're just talking
movie.
about, I gotta buy all of them.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that.
The Nintendo Extended Universe.
Exactly.
That's fun.
All leading up to the Super Smash Brothers movie.
Yeah, actually, I saw fake promotional material for it. It looks so cool if they did it. But I'm gonna start doing Tabletop Monday again. I'm really excited, especially because some of the regular patrons who attend our 3D print club, they play D&D, and I've mentioned it to them, and the father and his 2 children seem super excited about it. And I love that since we have the resin printers as well.
Oh yeah, you can do the characters,
print miniatures and things like that. And I was actually speaking to another patron a while back. He picked up one of his 3D prints, which I no lie, guys, I moved my hand and I broke it.
Oh no.
It was, and he was waiting for a good while to pick it up. And so I made up for it. I gave him another one, but I was mentioning, I was like, hey, so we're going to start doing Tabletop Mondays. Come on by. He's like, oh, good, because, at Dragon's Lair and, some of those comic book stores, it gets full. And he's like, I'm looking for something a little bit more intimate, something more small. And I was like, okay, well, come on by.
Perfect.
We're here.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm excited to start doing it again.
Yeah, I
Start
really
playing
liked
Magic
when
the
you were
Gathering.
doing
Magic.
tabletop.
Yep.
Magic was fun.
Magic. That was a phenomenon at the branch.
It was actually.
It was very fun.
We need to hone our skills.
Right?
So give us an excuse to hone our skills and show up to Tabletop Mondays.
I
Please.
know. But yeah, that's pretty exciting. Summer was really fun. I'm excited for fall programming. And like a lot of the staff even uploaded their summer programming onto their Instagrams. So feel free to check that out. Like the mocktails,
Yep.
eating around the world as well. And
That
then-
one was a really neat one. That was East, I believe, and they were doing like cuisine in their air fryer from different countries. That was really cool.
Yeah, they did Italian meatballs.
That's fun.
And yeah, so definitely if you missed the summer programming, you can still check it out on Instagram.
For sure. And of course, stay tuned for our fall programming. And just a teaser, we recently got a PS5 at the branch. So who knows what we're going to plan with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing some stuff with that.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, but so for any upcoming events that we're having, including programming, just visit our website, BiblioTech.org/calendar, and it'll be all there.
Everything. And if not, then, just give us a call too.
Yeah, I'm actually glad that you're going to start doing your programming again, Rosanna. Press to start. I really like it.
Thank you.
And it gives us structure to streaming, so that's always good.
Yeah, which
We've been kind of lacking.
On
we
the live
have, but we've been
We've been
kind of
busy.
busy as
Oh
well.
God, yes!
So-
Like this
Yeah.
summer, every single day we've been having
like
close
a
to
million
300
kids.
Our
people.
numbers have been
Yeah.
high this summer, and that's kind of good. Like going back to the events like the Polynesian dancers and the once in a while,
Yeah.
because with our numbers kind of high, it's nice to kind of get back into that
Yeah,
groove and
exactly.
have these events going on too. So it's all been working out pretty well.
We've just been busy.
Very busy. So with that, let's go ahead, and our last thing is going to be our what are you currently reading, watching, listening to, etc. So first off, what are y'all currently reading, watching, listening to?
I'll start off. So Jason Mraz just put out an album. June 23rd was actually his birthday. Mystical, Magical, Rhythmical, Radical Ride, which is available on Hoopla. Shout out. It's amazing. It's awesome. I believe it's his fifth or sixth studio album. So good. Recommend it. Go for it.
Nice. And you
Nice.
recently got to see him live as well.
Yeah, it was an awesome show.
Cool. I'm currently listening to Carly Rae Jepsen's album.
Oh.
Okay, so little trivia also. Ruby was like, yo, she dropped a new album. You need to listen to this. Listen to it. It was so good. So y'all
Nice.
should
I'm gonna
definitely check
I'm
that
gonna
out.
check that out.
Yeah, it was very
Do
good.
it.
I was very surprised. She's always been that girl.
She really has. She really has. And it's cute because her last album was The Loneliest Time.
And this one's The Loveliest
So
Time.
it's like, aw, character growth.
Yeah,
We like
definitely.
that.
And it's fun. It's a fun listen. I would definitely recommend it.
It really is. I'm so glad you mentioned that one. Right now, they just released the season 2 of Heartstopper, so I am watching that and absolutely loving it. We also have, for those of you who want to check out the books, we do have them for checkout on Cloud Library, so definitely give that. And I'm also on like a big Silent Hill music binge right now.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah, I saw you
So-
listening to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of those vinyls.
The vinyls, they've been reissuing the vinyls for the first 4 soundtracks, and I'm like, here we go again.
Oh,
So-
here we go again.
Exactly.
We should do something for Silent Hill for the Comic Expo.
Oh, that would be amazing. Pyramid Head just chases you throughout the branch.
Yes.
So,
That'd
yeah.
be fun.
And it's funny, we do have the soundtracks available on Hoopla. Not all of them, but
some
like the
of them,
second
yeah.
half of like the game. So check those out. So thanks for tuning in to our regular episode of August for BiblioTech on Air. Make sure you stay up to date with everything upcoming that we mentioned. BiblioTech.org, and of course our Instagram page, BiblioTech_West. And of course, anything that y'all might want to share with us, our email, bibliotechonair@gmail.com. So, reach out to us. But in the meantime, I'm Rosanna,
I'm Ruby.
And I'm Israel.
and we'll talk to you all on the next episode.